Well, it's time to check in with the United Way of Greater Alignment. Of course, we're going to learn about another one of their agencies. Joining me today to my immediate left, he is the founder of Warriors Way, David Bates, and then, of course, the president CEO of the United Way of Greater Alignment, Aaron Hardesty. And thank you both for coming today.
Thank you.
All right, so Aaron, you support, I think, over 30 agencies, yep, and Warriors 36. Way is one of them, right? Tell us how it fits in and what's your mission.
I will. We have always wanted to support veterans, and no veteran organization has ever applied. So Warriors Way did, and of course the VFFM. So we are, we're very happy to be able to support veterans because we admire them for what they do. And what David does is unusual, but it's very therapeutic. And he does a really good job with vets, first responders, and with kids.
All right, yeah, exactly. All right, so David, your turn now. So if people haven't heard about Warriors Way, which congratulations on the Jefferson Award.
Thank you.
It's a foraging program, right? So let's talk about this, how you help veterans and even down to kids.
So Warriors Way utilizes blacksmithing or forging with knife making as a form of art therapy. It gets them out and they can come in for the day and make their own knife or blacksmithing project. So we utilize that as art therapy to help with PTSD, anxiety, depression, stuff like that.
So I assume some of it would be the pounding part helps out. I mean, how does it all work together? Do you guys talk together? Is it kind of like fellowship at the same time?
Yes, so we're utilizing peer support. You'll come out, hang out, you'll meet 4 to 5 other guys that you've never met before, and it gives you a new community to interact with. And then also you get some hammer therapy by beating some aggression into the steel in a positive way. It gives a positive outlet for some of your stress or anger.
So how did you learn blacksmithing to be able to provide the program to others?
I kind of picked it up on my own. It was something my wife, the VA and my wife, they're always like, you need to have a hobby to help get you out of your house so you don't fall into a rut and with depression and everything. So I was watching Forge and Fire on TV and I'm like, oh, I can do that. So I started doing it and I just slowly learned more about it until I got to where I am today.
Wow, all right. So you've got a setup right here in Lima, right?
Yes, we are over on 3865 South Dixie Highway. We've been there since 2020. But yes, our setup, we have everything. We're the only program in Ohio that does what we do the way we do it, and it's 100% free or donation based for everybody.
Wow, all right. So you're helping veterans, but first responders and too. I mean, are we talking about groups of people who kind of have the same issues with PTSD and trauma and stuff like that that get help from this? Yes.
First responders, they have PTSD also through calls that they go on. It may be a little bit different than what the PTSD that veterans have. There's a lot of different types of PTSD out there with MST and stuff like that. So it's just getting them out there and getting the same exposure therapy that the veterans would get.
So you've had veterans go through the program. Is it one of those things where like you can help them and they don't have to come back, or they just come back for the fellowship and to help other fellow veterans?
They always come back. They come back, they like what we're doing. It gives them an enjoyable experience for a few hours that day, gives them a break from life. So we've had veterans that come back, first responders that come back, and then youth also are starting to come back and do our community outreach days and stuff like that.
Right, yeah. So if someone's like, yeah, I think this would be helpful, how do you get in touch with you and maybe even start, forging and blacksmithing and stuff?
The easiest way to get a hold of us is go to warriorsway.org. You can go onto the website and shoot us a message through the website, and that'll get you directly connected to me or one of our board members, and we can get you in a class or even just get you out to the shop to check out the shop and see if that's something you'd be interested in.
Wow, all right. So Aaron, this is definitely a unique program for the United Way, but we can hear from David that it's working, and so I think that must be a neat thing for the United Way to be able to finance.
It is, because it would fit into health and also financial stability and education. So, and those are our 3 impact areas. This kind of fits into all 3 with the help that they give to the veterans and first responders.
Right, yeah, a neat program, Warriors Way right here in Lima. Thank you very much for coming today. Thanks, Aaron, for bringing it.
Thanks, Holly.
All right, don't go away. We'll take a look at the weather forecast next.